In this video, I will be talking about using the categorizing grid as an informal assessment technique. I will go over the principles of the categorizing grid, its advantages, as well as its limitations. Best practices will be found in my second video, so be sure to check that one out. To start off, the categorizing grid is a tool used by instructors to gauge how well students can sort similar items to main concepts that have been taught in class. This is achieved by providing students with a few important categories and a scrambled list of content. Students are required to sort the content into the given categories. This exercise gets students to think critically about the relationship between the items and make decisions about how to organize them. In other words, according to Enerson et al., students need to learn the rules for what goes with what. Angelo and Cross identified the categorizing grid works best in an introductory level course because students at this stage are learning the organizational rules of the subject. These include terminology, identification, and proper categorization of concepts. Okay, so let's look at some advantages of using a categorizing grid. Categorizing grids can be used in various subjects and topics, making them a versatile assessment technique suitable for different disciplines. It can help students develop the ability to organize systematically, which is a valuable skill in professional and educational worlds. It also assists in making connections between concepts, including how they relate or do not relate to one another. This results in a deeper understanding of the subject matter. According to Nancy Chick from the Vanderbilt University Center for Teaching, metacognition is the act of thinking about your own thinking. Using a categorizing grid encourages this thought process by getting students to consider their choice in how they categorize their items. Now we're going to take a flip side of using the categorizing grid. Due to its simplicity and its focus on identification and classification, the categorizing grid only reaches the lower levels of Bloom's taxonomy of learning, so it is difficult to use in a class setting where higher levels of knowledge are taking place. Its simplicity leads into the second limitation, which is that it has the potential to purely focus on memorization. This may not reflect a deeper understanding of the elements being taught and can pull into question the reliability of the assessment. Finally, depending on the content of the categorizing grid, it can be argued as being subjective. For example, as an instructor, I will have a certain way I will categorize terminology and ideas. However, having a classroom full of different minds and perspectives, people will see connections in different ways. This can make it challenging to grade as there will be a lot of gray area.
Created using Powtoon.